Hey guys, welcome to At Home Fitness with Coach A. This is day number 192 of At Home Fitness with Coach A, the YouTube channel that aims to bring you guys in gym quality coaching and workouts for your at home and garage gym needs. Today is Wednesday, September 23rd. You guys are going to notice a new context to the videos this week, trying to make it a little bit more efficient to deliver information to you guys and do that in a timely and speedy manner so you're not sitting there watching videos for 15 minutes. So give me your feedback. Let me know what you think. Don't forget to click like and the subscribe button so you guys can get those workouts delivered to you instead of going out there and having to search for them. So without further ado, here is what we are looking at for day number 193. You're going to notice today is our pull-up day. This is our testing week of the cycle we've been going through. So we are going to be testing our max pull-ups for today, strict pull-ups. You're going to see that first strength piece is going to be 4 rounds. As many strict pull-ups as you can get while still hanging from that bar. Now, once you break that set, once you come down, you guys can stop on the bar, but once you actually break it and come down, you're gonna have a 1.5 minute rest before hopping back up there again. Let me know how it goes. I wanna know how many reps you got on each set, each round, and I wanna know the total reps overall. Please don't rely on my ability to do math to be able to figure that out. Now, our second piece down here for the workout is going to be 5 rounds of 10 unbroken hang, power, clean, and jerks. You notice there's no weight there. I want you to set the weight for something that will be challenging, but you think you can go unbroken on, meaning not putting that barbell down for 10 hang, power, clean, and jerks, and then a 200-meter run. So 5 rounds of 10 and 200. Now, if you do break a set on those 10 reps on the barbell, you're going to have to do a 400-meter run instead of a 200-meter run. So make sure you guys have those both prepared. If you're looking for demonstrations and modifications, stick around and we will go through that shortly. All right, guys, so heading into our pull-up testing piece here. Waiting for the clock to hit my 3, 2, 1, and we are up and going. Focusing on full range of motion, so getting a little bit of extension, maybe shoulder blades coming up towards the neck a little bit at the bottom, and then I'm pulling them back down into the strict pull-up, maintaining my core tension on the way up. Make sure we're pulling those elbows back a little bit at the very top of that movement, so we're not lifting with our biceps, but we are using our lats. That is my max effort set, and from there I'm going into my rest. All right, so moving on to the workout. Got my barbell set up. Remember, we're looking for unbroken reps here. So as I stand my way up and lower down into the hang, I'm gonna keep moving, trying to cycle through this. You don't have to cycle this quickly. It can be heavier and you can move slower. But remember, the goal is to move well and keep that bar in our hands. So I'm not going to be putting it down. If I were to rest here, the most efficient position probably would be in that hang position, standing tall. At least that allows me to kind of set and relax my hands a little bit. So as I finish up these 10 unbroken reps, I'm going to head out onto my 200-meter run. Not going to make you guys wait around for 200 meters, so I'm going to pop back in here pretty soon. But the one thing I want you to pay attention to is when I'm going to break this next set, I believe I'm going to do 2 reps and then set it down. If that was realistic and I would be setting it down on one of these rounds from fatigue, I would then pick it back up and keep going to finish my 10. Now obviously from that point, it doesn't matter how many times I set it down, that next 200-meter run is going to be a 400-meter run. Stay tuned for movement modifications. 192, we are talking modifications. So whatever you've been, since the testing day, whatever you've been doing on this day in terms of strict pull-up modifications is what I want you to continue doing today. Or if you've been working towards and getting a few strict pull-ups in, then we're going to test this with the strict pull-ups. If you need a band looped up over the bar and hanging down in order to modify your strict pull-ups, that's fine. Otherwise, if we've been doing some sort of row, whether it be hanging back and rowing on the TRX straps, maybe some ring rows, putting a bar on a squat rack, laying back and doing that horizontal inverted pull on a bar. That's fine. I want you guys to continue doing that. I want you to test the strength numbers so we can see how far we've come. Okay. Always make sure, by the way, when we're doing an inverted row on a barbell rack, that we're laying inside the rack so the bar is not falling off the J-cups as we're doing our rows. You only make that mistake once, so let's not make that mistake on ourselves. Allow me to fill in the need for that mistake. The second part on the workout. So if you guys don't have a barbell, this is something we can do with pretty much anything. So we're looking at dumbbells. I'm just gonna stay with that nice high dip on both for my hang power clean and jerk going overhead. If I have a kettlebell, then I'm probably myself gonna go to a swinging mechanism. You guys don't have to, it can be a down and up, but I'm gonna swing my way into the power clean and then jerk overhead. Swing my way into the clean, jerk overhead. If we're looking at not having any weights, specifically we only have a band, yes, we are going to have to modify the movements, but we can get a similar idea in. I'm going to take my band, I'm going to loop it under my feet, and then I'm going to put it over the traps. From there, I'm going to go into some banded good mornings. That's going to take the place of my hang power clean, which case maybe I could do 10 of those. Maybe I can kick it up, it's a very light band. The second movement is going to be a press overhead. I like to take this from behind the head as opposed to in front of when jerks are the movement, so that it's attacking a little bit more down under as we would on a barbell, okay? In which case, now, when you come to reps on these, if we only have one band, maybe adjust the reps. A few more good mornings in the overhead press because that's going to be a much easier movement. But if we have two different bands, feel free to also use two different bands, maybe the heavier one for the good morning, the lighter one for the overhead press. Our modifications for the run are going to be pretty simple straight across the board. They're on the wall up here. The 200-meter run equates to, guys, girls, a 250 row or a 200-meter row for ladies, a 20-calorie airdyne for gentlemen, and a 14-calorie airdyne for ladies. And if we're looking at a C2 bike, that is going to be 400 meters.